Hello and welcome to the third and final instalment of our NuDISCO queue. I'll put a link above to the playlist with loads more of these episodes on, and don't forget, like and subscribe is always appreciated. What I'll do is play through this final track for you now, or you can skip ahead, but when I come back I won't have a clue that I've just finished doing this. Okay, let's see if we can put this little cue to bed. So I've gone away and I've had a little listen to it, and it's now time to mix it together. So we're going to go through the different parts, get rid of that temporary mastering, because we'll need to do that again anyway. Now when it gets down here we get some lower fundamentals, so you want to make sure you don't chop them off. I'll just take the edge off that very low, I think that's a D that's coming through. Okay. It's covering quite a wide spectrum but not the low end, so that's useless information for us really. You can see the harmonies popping up there as well. Okay, what's the important part of this sound for us? Well, not the bass. Okay. So mainly it is these high pass filters that I'm looking at. Now also that one I feel needs to be in a bit of a different space. Or maybe it's just delay it needs. think that works quite nicely. Now we've got the two basses, so we want to treat these equally. Let's just make sure they're both on 0 to start with. So we've got this intro, actually. Let's look at the sound of this to start with, because the other person who listened to this was my sister, who said, can you make it more slappy? That makes it a bit more slappy, doesn't it? I quite like the warm feeling. There we go. That's a bit more slappy for you. So okay, so we've actually done EQ on that within the instrument itself. That doesn't need any low end. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Now this one has a predetermined EQ when you load up Drummer, and it takes out some of the frequencies automatically. Another good reason for using Drummer, to be fair. Now I just want to think about the actual sound of the mix. Now I've already got quite a bit of automation going on, so I think it's easier just to do it in sections from the beginning. What we could also add is some transition points. So just because you say you've finished the writing stage, don't dismiss putting some more stuff in with your producer hat on. So we've got ensemble designer, transitions, maybe a whoosh should work there. We're going in here, aren't we? That's quite nice. Maybe a bit quick. That's pretty good. Ooh, I like that. That worked well. Doesn't need to be quite so in your face though. What I might do is just utilise that throughout. And I'm hearing this is going to need a reverse, I think. Ooh, that's pretty much spot on. So we've got oh no, that was the whoosh. The whoosh obviously has that whoosh, keeps going, but the reverse is to an absolute stop. Now those sound a little loud to me coming in, but they sound a little loud overall. Okay, so is that right? No, that's right, isn't it? Maybe, and I do mean it like this, but cover it with a whoosh. Not sure. It sounds better there. But it has got quite a lot of tail. That's one way to solve it. But it could sound a bit hard. The other option, of course, is to actually use the reverse. Which actually should have done in the first place. slightly bring that fill complexity so it builds. That's even higher, that's even higher. So the drum pattern changes. Obviously we drop down to just the sort of hi-hats and the fill like we had at the beginning. In terms of levels, so there's two ways of now putting the mastering assistant on. We can either do the sample of the loudest, now, oh, turned it off. We can reanalyze, and it's only going to look at this louder section, and it will give us a different solution to analysing the whole piece. But obviously we apply it to the whole piece. It's just we've focused on the louder section for it to do its little bit of magic on. Let's see if it doesn't always work, but it might work for the whole thing. I think that needed to come down there. So it's quite stop and starty. That's sometimes cues just seem to work quite well like that. It gives editors lots of options, but going back to that just high strings and piano, that it does bring the energy right back down to nothing. So we'll see what people think about that, but I'm happy with that. All I'm going to do now is let's get the mixer up. We want to be able to see we haven't got it visible, have we? No. Oh, maybe it's hidden. Is it? No. So stereo out, and what I typically do, stick a MIDI region so I can see that I've actually dropped the volume, because when we mix it, we want to make sure we are out, as in no echoes, by the time the cue finishes, otherwise it's going to cut off. Sometimes this is a bar, sometimes it's 2 bars. Depends what is going on. So let's try it at 1 bar. Old trick I learned ages ago. Make sure you curve it. Okay. So that's the last little bit of sound there, but what you want to do is make sure you check it with everything in. And stop leaving the cycle range on when you press play. Is this going to pick up everything from here? Yes. Okay, that works for me. The other question that you might ask is, should it have an intro? I mean, you could put a reverse on it, I suppose. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. Yep, like that. There you go. NuDISCO. Who knew we could write NuDISCO? We do now. So that's all done. Everything's saved. If you're worried about losing any of these things, don't forget it's always a good idea to select things like these automated guitars and bounce them all in place. You know, you get a software update that breaks this instrument and you can't go back and edit it. So belts and braces, go through and bounce in place each of your tracks is the super safe way to do things. If you're trying to do things relatively quickly in 3 small sections, we're going to leave it there, because otherwise I could be here for another half hour maybe to do that and set it up. So I won't put you through that pain. Don't forget, like and subscribe, always appreciated. And, well, see you in the next one. Bye for now.